The Royal Flying Doctor Service in Western Australia is a very busy place to work at, and this is where it all begins, right here. This is known as the ROC, actually, the Regional Operations Centre for the RFDS Western Operations. It does generate all the flights for the greater area of Western Australia, including the Indian Ocean territories, and we travel all over Australia to the eastern states. It operates 365 days a year, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
So a normal day in the Ops Centre, we take on average 500 to 600 calls a day. This is from all over WA, so as far north as Kununurra down to Kununurra and down in the south here. It can be from regional hospitals, offshore vessels, mine sites, remote stations. It comes through to here, we take the details and then get one of the doctors to assess the patient. And then we work on how we can get to them and pick them up and take them where they need to go to.
Good to just get people down from the remote sites just for maybe something simple like a broken bone or something similar. Maybe they've got some cardiac problems, nothing too major, just need to see a specialist in Perth. And then you get the cases where it's from a remote station. There's no one out there, no one for hundreds of kilometres, and they just need to speak to a doctor for something they can get out of our medical chests.
So there are a lot of challenges in the job. First and foremost, we've got to find the best crew for the job itself, whether that needs a nurse or a doctor on board, what resources we've got at each base, what nearest asset there is to that actual patient that needs it.
During the winter, we get a lot of big fronts come through. We have heavy rain, icing conditions, etc., and it just impacts our operations. And we have to take into account fuel loads and where they can go and where they can't go. We have to get vermin strip inspections if there's any kangaroos or macropods around, that's young wallabies, there's hawks in the northwest we have to think about, and all these sort of things. So there is a lot more than just ringing up and calling someone and saying you're on your way.
This job changes minute by minute. You can have plans put in place and then all of a sudden something else comes in and you've got to think on your feet and come up with another solution.
Yeah, I also like the dynamic changes that you can get, but it's also nice when you can just be there for people when they need it at their worst moment.